Hey hens! How we all diddly doing? How's everybody holding up? This, once again, I'm sorry, the past couple of videos that I've done haven't been that highly edited, but you know what, I just go with whatever I feel in the moment, because I think that's the best, innit? But anyway, hello, how we all diddly doing? My last, oh, do you like my cup as well? It says, Mr. Darcy is the #1 fan, because truth, facts, can't argue that point. My last video, I was a little bit depressy Jessie, actually. I think you could clearly tell. Mentally, I was not, I don't know, I just don't think I was mentally all there, mentally okay. You know what, I really thought I was on the upswing, but now that I'm actually on the upswing, I'm like, baby, you weren't on the upswing. I kept saying I was on the upswing for like 6 months, and then it just never happened, and it just got progressively worse and worse and worse. But I bring to you some good news, actually. I'm dressed like a fucking schoolgirl, Anna. Well, I don't see us for a fits bopping about, so we're sound. I have good news. I'm actually doing alright. What a concept. But no, like, actually, I am actually doing alright. I did take a break off YouTube. I'm decorating at the minute, so at the minute I can only record at our mum's, which is this. So if you see this backdrop, I'm at my mother's. And if you see, well, the other backdrop will be new, so you won't even see that. So don't even worry about it, darling. So yes, the next couple of videos, this one's going to be edited by me, but the next couple of videos while I'm decorating is going to be edited 100% by Declan, because I'm decorating, so like I'm a bit stretched thin, actually. I'm like clamoring to start recording content again, which is a very, very good sign, but I'm also decorating. So I've been realising things, right? I've big fat pulled Kylie Jenner, and I have spent my time off realising things. First one's first, I fucking love being blonde. I feel like a bit of a bitch. I love being blonde. I love it. And this is all because of tonsillitis, because I was just washing my hair and was too ill to dye it, and then all the pink came out, and I was like, I am actually quite vibing with it. I also still have tonsillitis, which is kind of bad, because I got tonsillitis like a month ago, was it? And it keeps coming back, specifically on the nights, but I also don't know if it's like, because I am a bit snotty as well, I don't know if it's just a sore throat, but then the tonsils are swollen. But basically I still kind of have tonsillitis, but I feel good enough to go about my day-to-day life. It's just kind of it's a hindrance more than a debilitating thing, which when I had tonsillitis and it was bad, it was debilitating. I was in bed for like a week. But yeah, that's that. I am so excited to get back. I feel like you can tell, honestly, just from me talking, that I'm in a completely different headspace than I was literally even a week ago. And the biggest change for that has been change my mad tabs. All my family are a bit insane in the membrane, so we just call them mad tabs because it just kind of normalises it. It just doesn't make it this big thing. It's just, oh yeah, take your mad tabs. But yeah, I changed them over because when I had my breakdown, let's say in June, July, you know what, it was a long time coming, babe, it was a long time coming, so I can't put a specific month on it, actually. When I had the first one, I got put on 50 milligrams of sertraline, then that got up to 100 milligrams of sertraline, and then that got up to 150 milligrams of sertraline. The thing with mad tabs is they work so differently for each person that it's actually mad. Some people get on so well with sertraline. I think I did at first for a little bit, but I think that's just because I was in such a state of panic all the time. It took away my physical reactions to it, like the sweaty hands and the, you know, feeling like you're gonna die, to put it bluntly. It took all that away, but I don't think it took away in my head. In fact, I think in my head it was just getting progressively worse and worse and worse. I don't think sertraline was a good match for me, especially when I upped it to 150 milligrams, because obviously I've been through a loss recently, so the doctor said that, you know, it might make it worse and it might not make the morning better. So my mental health was going down and down and down, and I just kind of thought, like, you know, that's what it's supposed to do, I guess. But yeah, it got to a point where I kept consistently thinking I need to check myself into some kind of mental health ward and be monitored 24/7. So I was like, maybe I should ring the doctor, you know. I don't know. I was the only one in my family on sertraline. I think my cousin's on it, but the rest of my family are on different medications. Sertraline never worked quite well with them. So they changed me to citalopram, which is what my dad's on. My dad's had God love him, my dad's had an anxious breakdown before too as well. Sertraline, my mum said it never really worked for him, and then citalopram was like night and day, literally within a week. And that's been my experience, and oh my fucking god, I can't even tell you how, like, oh my fucking god, I have been struggling so much over the past year. Oh my god, I can actually see life with colour. Like, I'm not in a state of panic all the time. It's fucking mad. It's mad. So I'm in a really good place right now. I've actually found a medication that really works well for me. I don't have any side effects, really. I am going to sleep so much easier and so much better than before. Sertraline made me eat a lot, and it also stopped my sleeping, where citalopram's like evened out my appetite a little bit, and I get to sleep like that now, which is I don't think that was helping my mental health either, like being awake all night, even if I was so tired, like I just couldn't sleep. I don't recommend that you like just go and change your medication as Talipram, by the way. I think that it really does work differently for every single one, and any decision you make needs to be with the doctor. But yeah, I've also started microdrug, which I think I mentioned in my last video, but my acne has pretty much cleared up now. I have a couple of spots every now and again. Literally, lads, like TMI, I had my period, like I've just come off my period. Usually with my period I wouldn't be able to upload content because I'd be bedbound, I'd be throwing up, I would be in, I think I actually got labour pains with it. Like that's because I wouldn't be responsive. I'd just be like curled up in the fetal position, like barking from the pain, like shaking from the pain. I had a period without pain. It's given me a new lease of life, honestly. I've really found out what works for me, and also less on the medication side but more just lifestyle side. Let's talk about lockdown. Right, so with lockdown, I thankfully, like I really am thankful, because it's taught me a lot, and I'm thankful that I was even in the position I have this anyway. But with lockdown, I put everything that I had into YouTube, and I was uploading daily. I think I was streaming daily as well, and like literally everything I had went into it, which was a good thing in the short term because it distracted me from the fact that we were in a fucking pandemic, which now we're desensitized to it, but at the time it was fucking scary. My heart was going pitter patter like I could throw up. I also wasn't eating at the time, which that's something else to get into. And I lost a lot of weight, so YouTube was kind of an escape for me. But then I have really sat and thought for the past week or so about how I can change my lifestyle to make me happy, because there's things I don't want to give up, like YouTube, and there's also other things I don't want to give up, like seeing family and being outside in the countryside, spending time with my pets, spending time for myself away from technology. I think, my mum's got the fucking Hoover out because my dad's coming home, so our mum's it's like a Pride and Prejudice where Mr. Darcy and Mr. Bingley come round, so the mum's like like tidy's the full house. That's my mum every time my dad comes home. So there is a Hoover in the background. I'm sorry, you're just gonna have to fucking put up with Juju. But yeah, so my lockdown routine of like uploading daily, streaming daily, especially at the times that it was, because I was uploading about 5 p.m, streaming 5 till 7. Once we come out of lockdown, that routine doesn't really work for me. We're still in lockdown right now, but I'm a single person household, so I can mix. Because at the minute my kind of schedule was, I was just kind of floating about really, because my work day didn't really start till about 2 p.m, and then it didn't really finish till about 9 p.m, and if I wanted to stream then I couldn't see the kids, like my niece and nephews. I'm such a family oriented sim that not being able to see my family really gets, like, obviously it gets to everybody, but I want to be at home with my family, and I wasn't really getting to see him, which, like, I'm such a home bird. I love travelling and stuff like that, but over the past year I've realised that there's no place I want to be unless it's with my family or with my house, in my house, which is around the corner from my family. I'm really fucking sorry for the Hoover. I'm sure she's doing that on purpose. You couldn't write it. It's been literally, I've just played around in Fortnite 15 minutes. Silent. Not a peep in the house. Nothing. She's coming up the stairs. Are you pleased with yourself? Good. Just fucking start again. I can't. Oh, I didn't even have my headphones on. I'm putting them back. Juju's got me all fucking distracted. I can't even remember the point that I was on. I keep trying to be a night owl, right? But it's just not for me. Like, I know it's really sad, but I'm such an early bird. I really am. Like, I love waking up early. And you know what, right? I think do I feel better when I wake up early? I feel better than everybody else in this world. Yes. And by waking up early, I mean like 7 o'clock in the morning, which gives me no right to feel better than everybody else, because 7 o'clock in the morning is like the standard time I wake up for the majority of people. But that kind of thing really works me. Like, I just feel mentally I hate sleeping in. Like, if I woke up and it's like 10 o'clock, I'm like, well, fucking depressy Jessie's back, bitch. But if I wake up early, I just feel so much more inspired, and I love going to bed early. So what I'm going to be doing is judging my schedule about a bit. My videos will still be uploaded at 6 o'clock. Oh, there's a meme in my household, sorry, where my niece was like 3 and we told her that the telly gets turned off at 6 o'clock, and she was like, 6 o'clock? So every time we say 6 o'clock, we have to follow it up with a 6 o'clock. Anyway, so yeah, but streaming. I am a bit worried about this, and I'm not worried so much about like having less viewers, because I actually I have no fucking idea how many views I get on anything, because I've turned everything off because I want to do this purely as a hobby. I'm not worried about less viewers. I am kind of worried about like losing regulars, if that makes sense. Like, not that there's going to be less people there, but that less people are going to be able to catch the streams, because I want to start streaming from about 10 till 12, like 10 a.m. till 12 p.m, because that's when mentally I'm at my most stable. And if I stream later on, what I've noticed is that it gives me so much time for my anxiety to build, and like I have generalized anxiety, which is really manageable now, but one anxiety that I have that is like never going to go away, because it's the way that my brain is just programmed, is social anxiety. And as much as I love speaking to everybody, I also really find it difficult at times, which honestly really kind of stresses me out, because it's hard to see like other people be able to do it so easily, and then for me to really be able to want to do it, and then sometimes just not being able to do it because that's how my brain has functioned. Streaming at like 5 o'clock gives so much time for that anxiety to like manifest and build up, and then lots of times I just end up cancelling stream because I'm just so overwhelmed. 10 till 12, I mean, I'm recording this at 10:30, and like my energy is, I'm such a morning bird, but because I don't want to, like, I've built up a really good relationship with these all on Twitch, so because of that I am also going to be doing streams later on in the day, not all the time, but friend streams specifically, they'll be later on in the day, so then you can come to both. And also, if you want to watch the streams back, you can watch them on my like a second, because I have this channel, and then I have a variety channel, and then I also have a streaming channel where I upload streams from Twitch. You can watch it on there. I actually, honestly, I really recommend watching them on YouTube. I find that if you want to skip through, because sometimes I have to skip through a thumbnail and stuff, that skipping through on Twitch is a lot more laggy, where skipping through is a lot more streamlined on YouTube. So, but I'm gonna have to, I won't be back streaming yet fully, because obviously I'm decorating. And also another thing about streaming early for me, which is going to really help, this bedroom I share with my niece. Like, this is not, her shit is bopping about everywhere. Oh, she's so cute. God, I love my niece. She is my best friend, truly. You know what, they are fucking audacity, right? I have a niece and nephew who watch so much YouTube, never watched me. It's rather humbling, actually. It is rather humbling to know that there is children who love YouTube who do not give a fuck about you. They do, they love me, just they don't respect me as a YouTuber, I guess. Because I share a room with her, she finishes school at like 3 o'clock, and then if I'm streaming 3 till 5 or 5 till 7 and I'm here, I have to take a room away from her, which I always feel bad. I don't really think it's fair, because like it's her room as well as it is mine. So yeah, streaming from like 10 till 12, I'll take that away, and then my niece will be able to get a room back. Friend streams I'll do from my house, obviously, so we won't have that issue. But yeah, do I have anything else to say? I mean, I guess I'd like, in terms of realising things, I've realised that I started YouTube as a hobby, I started Twitch as a hobby, and I kind of want to go back to that. So that's exactly what I'm going to be doing. I feel like, because I put so much of myself into YouTube and Twitch during the first lockdown, because it was all I could do at that time, and it was right for me at that time, it's kind of taught me that I don't like the YouTube. I don't like it. I love making content. I love editing content. I love uploading content. I love interacting with you. I love reading your comments. I read all of your comments. I love interacting with you on Twitter, but I don't like the hustle side of things, if that makes sense. I feel like it's, I mean, you probably understand what I'm saying, but I feel like it makes more sense if you're a YouTuber. Like, I don't like the YouTube studio thing. I don't care about growing. Like, I'm just happy as I am, and I just want to do what I want to do. Like, I don't care if one video is gonna do so much better for the algorithm than another video. Like, I just want to do whatever makes me happy, and it feels so good to, because I was so anxious this time last year, it feels so good to be able to say, like, I just want to do exactly what makes me happy and be fully confident in that decision. So yeah, and also with Twitch as well, I put so much pressure on myself with Twitch. I think it's because it's live, and like I said earlier about like social anxiety and stuff, sometimes I just physically cannot do it. So with Twitch, I'm just going to go back to it fully being a hobby. So with Twitch, don't worry about subscribing or anything like that. Like, none of that, thank you. I'm not viewing like any analytics on Twitch. I'm literally just going to be there to vibe with you, because I think that's the best. Yeah, I just enjoy that the most, and I just want to do what I enjoy. So that's it, bitch. That's it. Yeah, I'm happy. I don't detect a breakdown, actually. Basically, too long didn't watch. I'm just going to do what makes me happy because it makes me happy. And I'm a morning person, both like early in the morning, and also I am currently mourning the passing of a dearly beloved friend. So if I am a bit depressy, Jessie, don't worry, babe. I am just depressed. So that's everything I have for you today. Very, very, I'm just, am I going to cry? You know what? If I cry, it's from fucking happiness because I'm just so cool, calm and collected. Like, it's really nice to like feel sad and for it not to be an all-encompassing feeling and for it not to be like the world is gonna fucking end and to just be like, yes, this is an emotion that I'm feeling because I am sad. And then that's just, you just yeah. Anyway, mental clarity, babe. Mental fucking clarity. I am back on my bullshit. Don't get it twisted, bitch. I'm here to stay. So I was gonna show you a picture of Bella I took last night, but I don't have my phone on me. It's on my Instagram if you want to go see it. She's all struggled up in a little bed next to me sleeping. I love that bitch. So yeah, that's everything I have for you today. I'm very happy to share this news with you, that things are going well for me. And honestly, if you've been going through anything similar to what I've been going through and you're on tablets and you haven't really noticed that much of a change, I really recommend going to see your doctor and to talk through them with it, because it might be that they need to up your dose, change your dose, or you might just need to give it a little bit more time. But always discuss everything with a doctor. I'm not a mental health professional. I'm a professional that's having mental health issues, but unfortunately I can't give out any advice. So this is just my experience. Don't take my experience as a one size fits all, because it's most definitely not actually. Right, if you hear me say it's most definitely not actually, the actually is from Zanique's girl, who I'm obsessed with actually. They see what I fucking mean. She's a girl who said, why is she a bald bitch first of all? That's her. So I've picked up her fucking fake British accent, so yes. 21 minutes I've been talking shit for. Hey, love you all. Thank you for subscribing. Oh god, that was an assumption, isn't it? I mean, you don't have to subscribe. It's up to you, babe, honestly. Like, you take the initiative on this one. You might think, no, I preferred you when you were depressed, which, you know what, I genuinely think my family prefer me depressed, because as soon as I get excited, they tell me to fucking simmer down, and I'm like, well, just go back to be fucking depressy, Jessie, then, shall I? Love yous.